What's up, guys? This is another episode of Nifty Noobs, and thank you for joining us in the dojo. Yes, so it's turned out pretty badass, dude, and pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty almost functional. We're about 70-80%. We have the mirrors up. We got the floor down.
Mm-hmm.
We got the whiteboard up. We got the ceiling starting.
Yeah, it's looking really good, man. Like, I like some of these. I'm like, oh, we're gonna have some fun in here.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Well, the electricity went out on us twice already, so we had to figure that out.
Work in progress.
Trying to plug in all the heaters. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to stay warm in this economy.
Yeah. Well, we'll be able to warm up once we start doing more martial arts and coaching stuff, and that'll be fun. Yeah. All right. So what the hell is happening with crypto today? With everything that's going on today, it's been nuts. So if you haven't been keeping up with some of these things, the Fed had, who was that, Jerome Powell up there, giving his little statement on what's going to be going on with everything.
I thought they were going to talk about spot trading to where we could spot trade cryptocurrencies, but it seems like they didn't even touch on that at all.
That didn't happen, which is it sucks. It really sucks, man. If you haven't checked out Elio Trades, his video, it's like the Fed just rugged us. It's a really great video on it, and again, just another reason why NFTs and moving into NFTs is so much more lucrative, because why? Decentralization. And what is the Fed doing right now? Well, if you haven't kept up, Federal Reserve points to interest rate hike coming in March. So they're getting more hawkish. That's the term, right?
Yeah.
It's essentially the one thing that stands out in this entire article from CNBC, outside of this, right? To me, at least, was, let me see if I can find it right here. Part of this will be the Fed moving away from very high accommodative policy to substantially less accommodative policy, and over time to a policy that's not accommodative.
So ultimately just more regulations.
Yes, regulations, that's exactly what it means.
Overreach. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just seems like the plan. And I think I was telling you earlier where it's almost like that whole analogy, if you got like black ants and red ants in a jar, and they're just crawling over each other, but the moment you shake it up, right, they start killing each other, and that's kind of the same thing. They're putting that squeeze in the market, and yeah.
Well, people are trying to survive, right?
Yeah, they're just trying to survive because they're going to feel that squeeze, all right? And they're trying to blame it on, like, well, inflation. And I don't particularly like trying to go after ethereal type entities in that way. Like, look, we're doing the war on drugs. Look, we're now on the war, on what was the other wars that they had? War on drugs, war on terrorism, right? War on inflation, right? White supremacy. Yeah, that's just, you get this whole ethereal like, I think I'm gonna use Elio's word, is like the boogeyman, right? You're always going to be in fear, and it's going to be something that you're going to be reacted to, and that this whole thing with the Fed is, to me, it's strategic, right? They're trying to put the pressure on everybody in a way where they're trying to put down NFTs, crypto, and everyone's seeing it in the crypto space, right? Crypto's down, and it's continuing to go down. Ilya had a really great chart up there showing, like, look, this was during his interview and what he was saying, and he just kept going more and more, becoming more hawkish, more on that tightening down of those claws on everybody, essentially. And people don't like it. It's surprising. People don't like all that regulation. It's like government should stay the F out of it or something.
That was the point of it, right?
Yeah.
Well, they did a little trickery because they released the meeting notes beforehand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got everybody a little bit happy over that, because nowhere in the meeting notes, minutes notes, did it say that they were going to do this.
Yep.
And then finally someone poses the question to Jerome Powell, and then he starts to, the hawkish.
Mm-hmm.
The hawkish sentiments start coming out, and boom, then candlesticks, everything dumps,
Yep.
Um,
Absolutely. And here's the weirdest thing about it. I don't know if it's weird, but why is it, that all these restrictions are coming down, and then everybody's starting to feel that in real life, right? The labor market's going to feel this, everybody's going to feel this. Why is it then that you still got, and now this is back from the 12th, like using brand tokens. This is from Forbes as a part of your digital transformation. How many of these big brands are making their own tokens now?
oh yeah.
A bunch of them.
Yeah.
YouTube just came out. They want to implement
Oh, that's
NFT
right.
structures. They got, I think McDonald's is starting to talk about it.
Samsung.
Yep.
Yeah, Samsung.
Samsung, yep, we just talked about that earlier,
Walmart.
right?
Walmart is already talking about.
Yep, I had this one up too.
Releasing their own token.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yep, the Walmart is quietly preparing to enter the metaverse. I'm telling you, all this whole decentralization of business into cryptocurrencies and especially NFTs, more so in NFTs, it scares them. Why? Because they don't have the control, right?
It's interesting though, because now they have to play the game, right? Like they couldn't regulate it, they couldn't get rid of it. So now it's kind of like can't beat them, join them. But with all their crazy immense resources,
Yep.
it's just gonna. I mean, more the merrier, I guess. But
Yeah,
But is
but
it a power move?
what's that? It is a power move. Well,
Yeah.
this here today with all that. Well, was it today? Today, yesterday, whatever.
Yes, yeah.
When that meeting went down, that to me is like, it's like trying to strong arm everyone to cause that panic, right? Trying to cause that FUD, make a drop. I've been saying this for a minute. It's like I felt like this whole drop in crypto that was going on was strategic. It was planned in a way, so then all these big brands can just ape into like the stable coins, or build their NFTs off of them, like off of ETH, and make their own, right? So to me it just kept feeling for the past, how long has it been going down, for like a couple weeks or so? To me it's almost like that
since
that
November.
whole
Everything's been crashing basically since
that's right.
November.
It's been going down since there, but to me it's just like constantly going down, and it seems like what is it, like the short selling process, like they try to do to not Game Zone, what the
Oh, GameStop.
GameStop. All the
Yeah.
pumps and dumps to that for like GameStop, right? And they try to do that. And again, we saw that with GameStop. We hold the power as as people, right? As much as they want to, and as much as the capital and influence that they have with what they have. And this is where, like I said, this feels like a power move. It's like they're posturing up based off of their buddy cronies, right, that they got on there. And just trying to make moves where they can hit us to make us scared for what we are doing in the NFT space, in crypto, et cetera, et cetera. And I think there was one. Oh, this. This was just like a couple days ago. Paris Hilton and Jimmy Fallon had the awkward NFT chat viewed over 5 million times. Yeah, if this is such a horrible market, why are they? Why are we still talking about all
Dude,
this?
I
Not
saw
just the big
Kanye
companies,
West
but
talking about it too.
yeah. But they were literally comparing their Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs that they had, and it's just like, okay. And now they're putting it as a position of status, right? Because that's how it marketed anyway. But I mean, like, it's if NFTs are so horrible, why is it that
the
it's
celebs
still
are going to
pushing?
tap into it because it's cool because the celebs are kind of late on it, but I see with these big companies trying to roll in that whole vertical integration topic.
Yep.
And that they can do it so easily because they have so many resources. Now if they have the backings of the feds, how and if they're in each other's pockets, it's going to be an easy transition for these big companies to just steamroll.
Yep.
Into the space and again screw the artists and the creators and the developers.
So only supporting each other. Right?
Yep. Only supporting each other. And look, we talked about this. If you
While
followed,
regulating everybody else.
If you followed any of mine and Hooliganese channels, that was thanks for bringing that up. Vertical integration. We talked highly against the film industry and Hollywood vertically integrating. Where most companies were being cannibalized by about 5. We call it the big 6, like 100 years ago. Now it's like the big 5, right? It's still the same beast doing the same thing, and they started using the new media loophole to essentially monopolize the whole film industry. So then they have all the power, and then who gets to squeeze? Again, us artists. Now, again, that's when you can vertically integrate. And I think that's, again, what you were talking about, like, that's what scares them. They can't do that in a decentralized system, like NFTs and everything. They're going to try, and they're going to keep trying. How did that work out for China when they banned crypto, right? Crypto trading. And then, like, oh, what was it? Like, oh, crypto? No, you can't do crypto. NFTs, but you guys are good. You guys are good. You're cool. It's like, it was stupid. It was stupid beyond stupid. But that's where we are. They're trying to make, these governments are trying to do what they can because they're scared of the power that it gives to every one of us, right? The people on, in this decentralized platform. So this is why we're still in it. This is why we're going to keep doing it, right? But yeah, that stuff, nuts. I think Journey mentioned that too. Like, where he says, so the way NFTs are climbing while crypto is dumping is a sure sign that Ethereum will flip Bitcoin sooner than most people think. Don't forget, ETH continues to get burned with every transaction. Again, if it's so horrible and it's just a fad, then why are these big brands getting into it?
Well, the feds, they want to buy time for these big companies because they are in league with each other. Make room for them to move in.
Absolutely.
More the like business as usual.
Trying to corner that market again, right?
Like the old school when we used to pick your dodgeball team and you pick all the like big tough guys to be on your team and see all the
They all listen to guys for that one. Yeah. Exactly.
It's based off that old pyramid structure of right? The person at the top will make all the decisions and everybody below.
Yep.
It's kind of like you don't need to know. But that's why I think the whole DAO, decentralized autonomous organization structure, is cool, especially if backed by good smart contracting. Get the middleman out. Transparency and accountability, within that company.
Yep. Without being sleazy about it, right?
Yeah. Well, if you're sleazy about it, the chain will rattle. It'll it'll exploit it out, and kind of like what's going on with this fishy fam. What's up with fishy fam? Does anybody in the NFT community can tell us what's going on with fishy fam? Because it sounds.
Yeah, you just brought that one fishy. Up today. I was like, I gotta go check it out.
Yeah. The DeFi idle gaming. It seems NFT gaming seems like the big thing that's the big meta that's coming out, like hot on the heels of the anime meta, right?
Right. Oh yeah.
Right. So now it's gone anime now. Now it's this idle gaming, and they're making tons of money through like staking and
oh yeah,
and then this fishy fam thing.
I'm gonna have to check them out. Yeah. I'm gonna have to dig a little bit deeper into that.
There was a whole Discord shutdown. Did OpenSea really buy Discord? OpenSea.
I have no idea whether they did. But
because Discord is like the bloodline. That's how everybody communicates.
Yep.
And if they do that, they take over the forum, between communication for all these for the community. It's bad. Bad. But Discord was down for a couple hours. People were dying.
What was that?
People were like,
I saw like rip Discord. Right? Yeah. But they can't take it away. That's the thing. It's like they're trying. They're trying different things. Don't know if that was. I think that was just a normal outage that they had. But it was like Discord just rugged us. It was what was one of my favorite comments. Like, yeah, okay. But yeah, and I've been saying this for a while. It's like any devs building their own platform to rival Discord, something that's NFT friendly. It's geared towards NFT projects because there's nothing out there. The only other one that I can see where it's kind of geared toward it, but it's not. It's more geared towards just funding in general, is doing like crowdfunding sites, but it's so like to me it's a step backwards from what everyone's built up in with Discord, right, and building their communities through Twitter and Discord. So until there's something that comes out, it might be a little rough, especially when Discord goes down. It's like putting all your eggs in one basket, and that sucks, right? So if anybody developers are out there trying to, I don't know, build the next gen of Discord and companies like that, I still feel like that's a pretty good business.
It's still Web 2.0 based, right? Discord.
Yep.
So if they make it Web 3.0 based, then
make it Web 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
2.5. Integrate them both. That's the way to go, right? Oh yeah. Anyway, so lots to go over. Again, this is trying to posture up. To me, it's trying to posture up. They're trying to tighten everything down, make you look left when you should be looking right. That's just kind of their game. And if you notice, like I said, we're talking about vertical integration. What the moves that they do. If you've kept up with any of that stuff from like 2019 and 2020, things that like stuff that Disney was doing. We have a whole timeline, I think, somewhere. I wrote an article about that.
Early or late 2019.
Late 2019, yeah, and throughout 2020. There were some articles we wrote about where it's like they literally were in a position because they monopolized the industry, and they're like, guys, we're doing these openly crappy things for you because you guys want this. I'm like, what a crock of shit.
You want to make it seem like we wanted it.
Yeah, we wanted it. Like the whole
the Great Reset.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
Yes, they're trying. They're trying.
Yeah.
Oh.
You will owe nothing.
And you'll be happy. Or else. That's the way I always add that at the end. Or else. Or else what? What do you mean I'm going to be happy? I'm going to own nothing. Like, excuse me. Maybe not.
Think about those cartoons like Tom and Jerry, and it's like...
Yeah, right? Oh my goodness, yeah, she's like...
Sorry.
Anyways... Yes. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going on, and we are totally against the whole vertical integration. Why? Because artists and you builders and creators out there are the ones that get screwed. Right? That's one reason why we stayed out of Hollywood. We don't want to get into that, but they will prop themselves up. They're trying to corner the market. They're trying to figure out ways where it can slow down the pace. NFTs are still going up, man. And one of my favorite tweets that I saw was like, with all the crypto markets crashing, it was something like it was comforting to see that my 5 ETH was still 5 ETH. It's like, this is how it works. So perspectives on exchanges and things like that, that's what kind of needs to shift, and especially for us older guys here, we're our nifty newbies with all this stuff. We're shifting from a lot of the stuff that we grew up with, right? Web3 and moving into the metaverse. All this stuff is all brand new. We got to see the emerging tech. Dude, we got to see the emergence of the internet. To become like mainstream.
The .com boom.
Balloon. Yeah.
Boom again.
Video games coming out. Their video game consoles. When that boomed with Nintendo and Sega and all them. Like, yeah. I had an Atari, man. That was that was a thing.
I had I had Atari and then Sega Master System.
And
then PlayStation came and just wrecked everything.
Hey, I remember PlayStation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, PlayStation's still around, so. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's all these emerging markets, gaming, and I think Elio made a really great point with that too, with gaming. It's like it's shown to be kind of resistance toward that. When in 2019, before the pandemic hit, film and entertainment, which included gaming, was the number one industry. It was one of the reasons why we got in a little bit earlier, for that few years before that. But once the pandemic hit and they shut down film, who took over? Gaming. Why? Because people were confined to their homes and still playing games, right? So all that stuff, man.
Well, not exactly gaming, but like just one game.
Yeah.
It was Axie Infinity that gobbled up the whole market, and
yes,
be a necessity, and it blew up. And I think this time around, if we see lockdowns again, or another bear market, it'll be a community of games that keeps the games will keep thriving. I think, especially if they're starting to get backed by NFTs, and Yeah, 1 ETH is 1 ETH, but if you get in now, like 1 ETH is like, it's like 2,000.
It dropped.
Yeah.
Dude, it dropped.
I've been buying
It's
since it
cheap.
dropped.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's a good time to buy in and
and then transfer it over to them NFTs.
Yep.
It's like-
Get the
Yeah.
NFT.
it's the way to do it, man. And it's funny is because like once NFTs started like really take off the latter half of the year last year, I kept seeing everyone like, oh yeah, I'm just doing this, and then the market started going down. They're like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? And I was like, you're gonna do this same thing you did before. You know, take your profits where you're gonna take it, well, or transfer it to some other asset, and that's exactly how any sort of investing goes down. And I think that's the one thing that a lot of people forget too. Is like when you go to NFTs and you're backing all these projects, it's an investment. It's fun, but it's still along the lines of an investment. So same thing. Don't ever invest in anything that you're not willing to lose, right? Whether the company rugs, whether the market crashes, whatever. Only use the money that you feel like you're okay with losing, just in case, because they're risky. NFTs are risky.
Your research. It's the same thing in this film though too. The film is risky as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't spend money you don't have.
Yeah, absolutely. Do your own research, DYOR. I changed that to DYDM or no, DYDR. Do your damn research. like stop, just stop. Do your damn research, guys. This is it. Anyways, so that's our episode for today. Thanks for joining us, and hopefully we're gonna see some changes that gonna be empowering a lot more NFT projects based off of these restrictions that the Fed's trying to push on everybody because they can't stop us, and they're afraid of it, and they know it. And anybody that's been in the space for a while, they know it too. They know that we know, right? So keep you guys heads up. Remember, DeFi for life, right? All right, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.